Aye, 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 aye. What's going on, people? 1 second. Let's quickly shut this so that we ain't getting disturbed, man. We got a lot to go into today, people. I can't lie to you, man. I wasn't actually planning to go live at this moment in time. However, I thought to myself, I have to, man. Like, I'm seeing all of this crazy stuff online. More injuries for us. I'm thinking to myself, yo, you never get a chill day as an Arsenal fan, man. We know that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's been happening for years. I don't know. We're gonna delve into it, but I'm not too sure how players seem to come to Arsenal with a flawless injury record, and the minute they step foot in this club, take part in a few training sessions, they end up getting injured straight away. And for me, it's there's got to be something. It's something deeper than just bad luck, in my opinion. I don't believe that can just be bad luck for me. So yeah, man, we're gonna delve into that. Let me just quickly make sure everything's in check. Let me check this out real quick. 1 second. I should have probably done this before I set up the stream, but yeah, anyway. We just have to go live straight away, man. You can call it an emergency, you can call it whatever, man. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Right, let's double check that now. Nope, it's not come up. Okay. So what we have to do is remove that, put that there. This is mad unprofessional of me, but yeah, anyway. We're gonna do it. I should have probably done this before, but regardless. It is what it is. It'll take 2 seconds. But I can't believe it, people, man. Honestly, like, when I woke up and I saw that news and I was like, like, how long is this gonna carry on for, bro? In the summer we thought, oh yeah, we've got all the squad depth, all this and that, but really and truly, bro, did it really change much for us if we're gonna consistently get injuries and stuff? I don't think it did, man. Anyway, I tried to sort out the chat. The chat wasn't working, so I'll just have to read the chat from my phone or whatever. But let's just get straight into this, man. Let's just get straight into this. Let me quickly share something with you guys. Let me share my screen with you so you know exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see from the title, Noni Madueke has been ruled out through injury. Now, we were told at first that it might possibly be an ACL. It turns out it isn't that. However, he seems to have been ruled out for 6 to 8 weeks, which is insanity to me. Let me quickly show you this. There was rumors about it yesterday, but no one really knew whether he was actually going to be injured or not, because obviously people didn't know the credibility of the source and this and that. So right, let's put this here. Move that there so that you can see me. And there you have it. Right. Noni Madueke, and this is according to David Ornstein, so we know it's not We're not talking about no like fake news or nothing like that. Um, Obviously, I'm not going to get into the full article, but it says Noni Madueke expected to be sidelined for about 2 months with a knee injury. The 23-year-old winger sustained the problem in the first half against Manchester City on Sunday, but understood to have avoided an ACL injury. So he's avoided ACL damage. However, he has sustained a knee injury during the Man City game in the first half. Now, during that game, everyone just thought to themselves, oh, now everyone was pretty surprised. Why is he taking off Madueke and keeping Trossard on the pitch? And they were surprised that he made half-time substitutions and stuff. It seems like he was forced into that substitution as opposed to him actually wanting to bring on Saka to change a game. He's actually done it out of his hand, kind of being forced. Now, for me, this right here, if it was a one-off situation, I wouldn't be concerned. This has been happening very, very regularly with the Arsenal players. We saw with Nketiah, he got injured. In the press conference, he said last week, he said he sustained an injury. They said, what's the extent of the injury? And he said, I'm not going to comment on it. Which is another thing that really frustrates me about Arteta. Is like, you always just leave fans in the kind of, like, in the darkness. Like, we don't understand what's going on. We don't understand ever what's happening with the players. We just hear that they've picked up knocks, that they're injured, that they're this and that, and then we're told that they're going to be out for a while. So we're 5 game weeks in, right? I'm going to reel off some names for you. All of these names are out already, which is actually insane when you think about, yes, we have squad depth and we have this and that, but the amount of injuries we're getting is not normal. We've got Ben White. God knows what's happening with him. 1 minute he's back, next minute he's injured, next minute he's out, next minute he's injured. So Ben White is out. Odegaard, injured. Havertz, injured. Now Madueke is injured. We already had the injury from Jesus that we know that Jesus ain't going to come back until God knows when, probably after January type thing. Like, he's been left out the squad completely for the Champions League, so he's probably not going to be back till past next year, like come the new year type thing. So you know Jesus is out, Havertz is out, Madueke is now out, Ben White is out, Nketiah is out, Odegaard sustained injury, Saka sustained injury. It's like, bro, it's non-stop. It's every single week. And even in between the games, in the training sessions, we're hearing people are picking up injuries and picking up knocks. And like, for me, it's just getting to a point where it's not by chance. There's got to be by design. There has to be something fundamentally going wrong during these training sessions. I don't know if the training is too intense. I don't know if I've heard rumors that they train above a car park, so the actual the ground is not stable for them to train on. Like, you can get susceptible to injuries training on that kind of field and pitch and whatever. Like, I don't know what's happening, but what I do know is that something needs to fundamentally change with the way that these players are being taken care of. Because now, what this injury means, it means that Bukayo Saka, who has just returned from a serious injury, which we need to be very careful with, because we don't want it going again, and then, God forbid, and then he ends up, do you know what I mean? We end up killing this kid. He's still young. Bukayo Saka is still 23, 24 years old. You don't want to be having a repetitive injury, and then we shorten his career. But what this injury does going forward, it means that Bukayo Saka now has to play. He has to feature, because we've got no one else in that position aside from, maybe, I don't know, you can put on Max. That, like, you're not gonna play people like that in Champions League and Premier League starting games, to be honest. So it's just causes problems, because, like, with the Ben White injury, for example, Ben White being injured means that Timber is being ran into the ground. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, Now Madueke being injured means that Saka's gonna get run into the ground. See what I'm saying? So when Saka picks up an injury, is consequent. The it comes off the back of this injury. So it's like a domino effect. So our players are just getting injured because the competition for them is injured. So then we wear down that player gets injured, but then by the time the other one's back, he's the only player in that position, and then he gets injured. And then it's like the other one comes back, and then he ain't got no competition because the guy's injured. So it's just a repetitive thing. So it's like, what are these guys doing in training? I don't understand. What are they doing in training? What are they doing? What's happening for them to all just be dropping like flies, bro? Incapie just joined the club straight away, bang, injured. Noni Madueke. If I show you this guy's stats, let me quickly pull it up for you. Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure this guy didn't get injured last season. Like, we're just bringing players to the club and they're just getting injured straight away. And they're not players that have had injury-struck careers. Like, they've played the vast majority of their games. So if we look over here. So if we look at this here, right? Last season, he had 32 matches. So his injury record is I believe, is not that bad. I don't think he's got a big injury. Like, he's not had a lot of injuries in his career. Has he had any knee injuries? He's had a hamstring injury before where he missed 48 days. A muscle injury, ankle injury, just a few muscle injuries, a few knocks. He hasn't had a knee injury before. So this is a man that's played 32 games last season. I'm sure if I look up Hincapie's his stats for Leverkusen last season, 32 games. The season before that, 26. The season before that, 30. Like, these are players that don't get injured like that. Notoriously, they don't really get injured. They come to Arsenal and all of a sudden they're getting injured before even featuring. So it's just insanity to me. Like, how often this is happening to our players, man. So it's like, in spite of us having a deep squad and we've obviously strengthened the squad massively, and had we have had these injuries last season, we obviously wouldn't have been able to compete to a certain level. But it's worrying, man. Like, it's very worrying. Like, we've started this season off with more injuries than we started last season off with. We've already got 5 or 6 players that are very important in our squad who are injured 5 game weeks in. Like, that's not acceptable. And then we've got players who are not even fully fit, who are returning off the back of injuries, who are being ran to the ground, like Urian Timber, like Bukayo Saka's now going to be. So Bukayo Saka and Urian Timber, coming back off the back of serious injuries, are now going to be ran into the ground because the likes of Ben White and the likes of Madueke are now out. So it's just, and the inevitable is going to happen. I don't want to obviously say that because I don't want it to happen, but like, it's gonna happen, bro, if you keep running players into the ground. So for me, it's either poor management or it's the way they're training which is causing these injuries, because it's not by luck. Like I said at the beginning of the video, these things are by design. So for me, that is one thing that needs to get sorted out. Now, another thing that I want to talk about today in today's video. Let me quickly get this up, man, because this, I really want to address this real quickly, man. We never really spoke about this because I was absolutely fuming, yeah, with this game. We never really spoke about this one. But this right here, this game right here, do you know how irritated I was after this game? And before the game, I was actually very excited for it. Before the game, I was actually really pumped for it. Before the game, I was actually thinking, yeah, we can batter these lot. I was very confident. I was thinking, yeah, we can beat them 2-0, 3-1. Like I was going with a comfortable victory for Arsenal before this game. Now, the minute I saw this lineup, yeah, the minute I saw this lineup, I got PTSD. I got PTSD, bro. I said to myself, listen, whenever I've seen this lineup, especially Moreno and Rice, specifically Moreno and Rice playing together, them two, forget Zubimendi. Yeah, forget Zubimendi. The Zubimendi role is irrelevant in this midfield. In terms of what's the issue here, yeah? It's not Zubimendi. It wasn't Jorginho when Jorginho was there. It wasn't Partey. Don't want to mention him, but it wasn't him, yeah? It's Moreno and Rice. When Moreno and Rice are playing together, the balance of this midfield is completely off. And I understand when people say, oh, but he plays for Spain in a similar position. When he plays for Spain, it's a different system. It's a different style. It's different tactics. He is told to do different things. He is taking up spaces and doing specific things for Spain that he is not doing for Arsenal. When he plays for Arsenal in this position, his role is to keep it simple and win duels. That's what his role is. That is literally his role. His role is to win duels and keep it simple. The reason Arteta likes this player is because he keeps it simple. He gets the ball, he'll pass it 5 yards, pass it sideways, pass it backwards, pass it to the closest person next to him. If there's a duel, he'll get involved, he'll stick a foot in, he'll win headers, he's a threat from set pieces. That is why Arteta chooses this guy. Now, for me, when you have this man on your bench, our biggest signing, by the way, of the summer. And what I like about the signings, yeah, another thing that I really like about these signings, one thing I like about the Gyökeres, Eze, even the Madueke, to an extent. Excuse me. But one thing I really like about these signings, you know what it is? Is that they're not Arteta signings. They're not Arteta signings. They're not Arteta players. They're not the type of players he would choose, that he would want. Because when you think about it, Eberechi Eze, okay, we all know when Odegaard comes back, Odegaard's in the team, right? So there is no way that this guy would have wanted to sign Eze based off that. Because his favourite player is probably Odegaard. Now, Gyökeres, we all know it was well documented that he wanted Sesko. Why he wanted Sesko was because Sesko is the type of striker that Mikel Arteta deploys. He is the only type of striker that seems to have worked somewhat with Mikel Arteta, are the type of strikers who are not out and out number 9s. Now, if I revisit you guys back to when we had Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who had won back-to-back golden boots, I believe, or he won a golden boot, a singular golden boot maybe, when he was joint top goal scorer. A man that couldn't stop scoring goals for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta joined this football club and he made Aubameyang go through a long-ass period without getting a goal, bro. And he looked shocking under Arteta. For a sustained amount of time, like a long amount of time, he looked dead. And then everyone was like, oh, he's the problem. Got rid of him. Cool, whatever. Now, the strikers that have worked under Mikel Arteta somewhat are the Gabriel Jesuses, are the Kai Havertz, are these kind of people. Even the Mikel Moreno, when he went up front last season for a certain amount of time, even Mikel Moreno up front done decent for him. The reason for that is because those kind of players that play in that position are almost like false nines. They're like link up players. They're like, so that's the kind of striker that thrives under him. And that's the exact reason why he wanted Sesko. The reason why he wanted Sesko was because of that. Was because Sesko is going to drop deep. He's going to pass the ball, lay the ball off to the winger, lay the ball off to the midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? Win headers and do all of this shit. Now, Gyökeres is not that. Yeah? One thing we need to make abundantly clear, yeah, with Gyökeres. He is not that striker. He will never ever be that kind of striker. And that is something that I love. Something that I love is that this is not an Arteta signing, because that says to me that what they're doing, well, I hope this is what they're doing, the board and Berta and, do you know what I'm saying, whoever it is, Josh Kroenke, whatever, what I'm hoping they're saying is, listen, we're giving you the best in quality, okay? Now, you either deliver with these players, okay, or that's it, your time is up. And I genuinely believe this is his last chance. This is his last, and this is why I keep banging on about he needs to change. You need to adapt. You need to make sure that you're, do you know what I'm saying? You're getting the best out of these players, bro. You can't just be sitting there telling me. He actually came out in the press conference after the game. I'm not too sure if you guys have seen it. He came out in the press conference after the game and he spoke about how we played better in this game where we drew 1-1 with Man City, as opposed to last year when we beat them 5-1 at the Emirates. I'm sorry, but are you all there, like, in the head? Are you alright? This guy is genuinely tapped, bro. Like, what do you mean we played better? How the hell did we play better when we drew the game, bro? Are you okay? Like, are you smoking eggs? What's happening, bro? I don't understand. Like, this guy's losing his mind, fam, in front of us, bro. Like, he's just saying mad shit. Like, it's pissing me off. That's why I don't like watching his press conferences and stuff anymore, bro. Like, he's genuinely deluded, fam. Like, he came out in the PSG game last season and he was talking about, oh, well, after we lost 3-1 or something, he's talking about we're the best team in the Champions League. We're out. How the hell are we the best team when we just got slapped 3-1? Like, this guy don't make sense, bro. I'm sorry. That he's losing his mind, and I feel like that pressure is getting to him, bro. The pressure is getting to this guy. You can see it, and the way that he's carrying himself, the way that he's getting rattled when he's being asked questions, bro. Like, why are you taking it so? The interviewer said to him, I remember he said to him something like, I'm not too sure the exact words, but it was along the lines of like, oh, do you feel like you got the midfield free that you chose? So this partnership, basically what he's saying is, do you feel like Declan Rice and Moreno shouldn't be playing together because out of the 10 times we played them together, we've only won one game? Basically, that's what he's saying, innit? Yeah. And then Mikel Arteta's response was, no one asked me about the midfielders in Bilbao. Like, are you okay, fam? People were asking you, people were questioning, it was all over the internet, fam. Every single person was saying, why are you doing that? It was only until you made the substitutions, the finishers, as he likes to call them, that we managed to salvage something from the game. But really and truly, that Moreno and Rice thing didn't work anyway, even in Bilbao. So, like, I don't understand why your response is so... Why are you so, like, aggy about it, bro? Like, your actions on the pitch were one of someone who admitted that you got it wrong. So you know yourself you got it wrong. Otherwise, at halftime, you're not bringing off Moreno. You're not bringing off Moreno at halftime and putting Eze in that team. Unless you know and you've acknowledged that you've got it wrong. So when someone is asking you in a press conference if you feel like you got it wrong, why didn't you just say, yeah, you can see based off the changes I made at halftime, we had to adapt to the situation. Answer it in a proper way. Don't Like, this guy is honestly, he's losing the plot. I'm being serious with you guys. I genuinely think Arteta's losing the plot. And this lineup that he's set up, like, don't be surprised if you see Declan Rice and Moreno line up in the midfield against Newcastle. I'm telling you from now. For me, genuinely, I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that. I'm not gonna. I'm done with getting my like hopes up, expecting Ethan to play or Eze to play or this and that. Nah, man. Like, bro, that's what he's gonna go with. He's gonna go with Declan Rice, Moreno, and it's gonna be the same shit. And this man here, Leandro Trossard, how on earth, yeah, how on earth did this guy stay on the pitch for what was it, 70 minutes, 80 minutes? Bro, let me double check, bro. How long was this guy on this pitch for, man? 84 minutes, people. 84 minutes. It took you 84 minutes of watching this guy play on that pitch for you to take him off and put on Ethan. Are you kidding me, bro? 84 minutes. And Martinelli came on in the 80th minute. So, like, you only well and truly went for it in the last 10 minutes of the game, bro. And I've seen people say, oh, people shouldn't be calling him a coward and this and that. Like, bro, whatever, bro. The guy's getting paid 15 million a year or whatever the hell he's getting paid, bro. If people want to call him a coward, they're entitled to call him a coward, bro. I personally think he's a coward. I think he's a coward. What's wrong with calling him a coward? When you're playing with a lineup like that at home, then I'm sorry, yeah, you are a coward, bro. You are a coward, because why are you not throwing in your attacking players? Why are you not playing Eze? Why are you not playing Ethan? Why are you not playing these guys, bro? Like, based off what? If you're not a coward, give me a reason as to why you would play Moreno and Rice in the midfield when you know that it doesn't work. Like, you know, you've seen these two guys play. You've got a big enough sample size. They've played together 10 times now. We've only ever won one game. What makes you think that repeating that same thing over and over? My bad, people. I don't know what the hell just happened, but anyway, going forward now, we've obviously got the Port Vale game, which I'm not gonna talk too much about that. Like, seriously, I'm not about to sit here and do a preview for a game against Port Vale. Just get the job done. There's not much for me to say about that, man. Do so, have some rotation, give some guys some minutes. I want to see Miles play. I want to see Ethan play. I want to see Max Dowman play. Whether he does that or not, I have no idea. I don't think there's any games for us to do a watch along today for. So we will be doing the Port Vale watch along tomorrow. I mean, there's a few games, but I'll be really about to watch any of these. Not really, to be honest. But in terms of the fixtures that we got coming up, I want him to change it, bro, for this Newcastle game. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to see no no nonsense with Moreno and Rice in the midfield. Like, I'm not trying to see that, bro. I'm sorry, if I'm change it up going forward, don't play that again. And for me, we cannot be dropping points till like end of November, bro. We need all wins. We got to win this. We got to win against West Ham, win against Fulham, win against Palace, win against Burnley, win against Sunderland, win against Tottenham. Until we get to this end of November game against Chelsea away and see where we are, we need to win all of those games. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've put ourselves in a position now where we cannot afford to drop any more points. That's how deep it is, bro. We're 5 games into the season. We're 5 points behind Liverpool already. We've already put ourselves in a position of deep shit. Like, we need to start winning, bro. We can't continue playing like this. Like, we can't continue with this negative style, bro. This shook style, bro, where we have to come back and finishes and starters and all this. What's he on about, bro? This guy, man. Just play our best players, yeah, in their best positions. Stop doing this square pegs, round holes bullshit, bro. He's always trying to put players, trying to be too smart about it, bro. He's trying to put players in positions that they're not supposed to be. How many times have we seen it? He bought Kai Havertz as a midfielder. He ends up playing him up front. Moreno, he bought him as a midfielder. His best position's clearly up front, bro. He's putting midfielders up front. He's putting all types of, like, he's putting Declan Rice when we all know his best position 6. He's putting him as a box to box, trying to use him as some sort of like Steven Gerrard, bro. Like, it's just he keeps trying to he's trying to make Gyökeres do the hold up play bullshit. Like, bro, just play to the player's strengths. Just put people in positions where they can thrive. Play our best players in the positions they thrive. Make a midfield next week going into that Newcastle game on this weekend. Play Declan Rice, play Zubamendi, play Eze, play Saka, play Gyökeres, play all the best players that we can possibly play, bro. Yeah? And put them in their rightful positions and make substitutions when the time is right. Don't always stick to this 80th minute, 70th minute, 80th minute. It was so refreshing to see substitutions in the 45th minute against Manchester City, but I cannot bank on that because my sample size with Arteta's substitutions comes based off the last 5 years, 5-6 years of him making changes in the 70th, 80th minute. So I can't really sit here and tell you that he's going to make changes from now on in the 45th minute, 50th minute, because that's not notoriously what he's known for. So I'm just hoping that he changes that going forward, man. But people, I just wanted to drop a video quickly on an update. I thought, let me do it on a live stream, as opposed to a pre-recorded video or whatever. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash a like for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on your way out. And yeah, man, we're going to be back for the Port Vale watch along tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in for that one. And big up to every single one of you that did watch this, whether it was live, whether it was on a playback. And I appreciate you guys always, man. God bless. Goodbye. Peace.